Okay, can you please introduce yourself briefly?
Okay. First of all, thank you so much for another wonderful day today. My good name is Matok Mawich. Some people call me Mawich Matok, or you can as well call me Matok Mawich or Mawich Matok. Any can do. So I'm a South Sudanese by nationality, but currently I live in Kenya. Uh, Professionally, I'm a health practitioner, but currently I'm a businessman. I just graduated last year in August 2019 for my degree in community and development. So as we speak right now, I'm a businessman having a wife and two kids. Yes.
Okay, could you tell me please what's your definition of success?
Okay, according to me, as I've been reading much and I've been consulting about success, I've found out that different people have uh, uh, different meaning. But according to me, I I came up with my own definition by just saying that success is just meeting your target or meeting your goal that you have set. Yes, that's as as you have. If you can get it clearly, I don't think whether I can explain it more further than that. That a success is just meeting your target goals.
Okay, what about if we have a goal and we know that we want to do something, but sometimes it's the fear that stops us, or we just don't know how to do the first step? What kind of recommendation or what experience do you have from this? You know, when you get an idea, what to do so you get the courage to do the first step and actually go in the direction of your goal?
Okay, that's a good question. According to me, when you set the goals, I know your goal can motivate. Actually you can set a dream by before you set the goals. You can set a dream. Maybe putting it somewhere. Then now you come and set your goals. All the steps, like the plans. Yes. When you are not feeling the motive, you can be looking at your dream. Yes, like for instance, you can put a dream board for your car or whichever the thing that you want to achieve. Like if it is a house you need to buy or a car you want to buy, you can put a dream board about it. Then now you can come and write down all the plan. Then after that, when you'll be starting kicking off, yeah, when you feel reluctant, maybe your dream board can remind you and can motivate you, and now you can be able to continue uh, pursuing your goal now.
You said dream board, is it?
Yes.
This is, I think, the vision board. Some people call it vision
Yeah,
board.
call it.
Is it?
Yeah, you can call it a vision board. You can call it a dream board. You can even call it. You can even call it dream card because dream card you can put it into your pocket, but now dream board you must put it on the wall because it will be larger.
And did you do this? Do you have your dream or vision board, or did you have it in the past, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know whether you can. Are you able to see? Is he able to see?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me show you something.
Yeah, yeah, I see, I see. Mm-hmm.
Are you able to?
Yes, 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 I see, I see, I see.
You're able
This
to
is
see
it.
that?
So I want to ask you about this board. You know, just give a practical advice about it. What is important when you do this kind of vision or dream board? Is it just like you find the pictures and you put it there and then you just leave it there, or what is like the thing you have to do behind this?
Okay. According to the all achievers, when we look at the people who are successful already in life, you'll find out that behind every successful person, there are uh, such simple things. Yes. First of all, you don't just look at the pictures and then you print them out. You must have something that you admire. Yes. Like Like you have seen that there was a car there. Yeah, there is a, we call that a car, Texas Lexus. Yes, 570. So there is a kind of a car people wish to have. Yes, I've been seeing it around. I admire it. Now I know how much it costs. I know how much it costs in the market. I know the kind of people who have it around. So that one alone can show that I'm interested in having that type of vehicles. So I didn't just go to YouTube and then download a picture of a vehicle. No. Yes. So you have to look at what you really want, the kind of house you want. Yes, you must know the price of that house. You can even, yeah, you can go ahead and ask even the cost of that unit, how much can it cost, and you must know it in detail. That is correct. Before you print them out. So when you already know them now in detail, now you already know what you want. Then now by putting it on your wall, definitely that will be your motive.
Would you maybe then recommend and perhaps, I don't know, let's say, because we are going to talk about money later, if I want the money, like I want to manifest the money, that I should not put on this vision board, I want more money, but I should write, I want, I don't know, 5,000 euro. It's the same thing, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. It's the same thing. Knowing the cause of that house, knowing the cause of that house, knowing the cause of that vehicle. Yes, I think it's just the same. But now you see what I've done here. This is a vision board, or you can call it a dream board. But I also have my goal board. Apart from this, now goals. I've written them. How much does the vehicle cost? How much is my house costing? When am I supposed to achieve this? How much total do I need in general? The kind of money. I've 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 written that they're also in my bedroom, and those are the things I have to look at every day. Yes, but this one is just overall. Like it's just the whole dream. But now the goals, what is behind the action now, the plan and everything. I have them somewhere printed that I always read them. Yes, it's just like the same. You can just put the total amount of money that you want, then, or you can associate it to your dream board. I don't know whether you are getting me well.
Yes, I understand. You answered my question. And just, I want to ask you, by the way, has any of the things you put in the past on your dream board manifested already? Came true?
Okay. Uh, Actually, I've just started. I've just started. The first that I used to do long time ago when I like that was last year. I've been thinking of moving to a new apartment. Yes, having a good bed, having a good couch sitting around, having a better kitchen, like having the already quiet. That one I just wrote them. I've never printed them, but I've achieved them. But for this case, no, these are long term according to me because they are so heavy. They have a uh, big money that will take me a time. Some might even take me 5 years.
Very good. Now I want to ask you, let's about the goals again. How to stay focused, motivated on the way to our goals? Because in the beginning we are often very motivated, and then the motivation just goes a lot of times. Do you have any advice on how to get motivated again in those kind of moments?
Yeah, that's a very good concern. So when the people set goals, some people can set goals, and of course, in the long run, they end up forgetting, losing the motive, and losing the focus. So the most thing that the person should do when you already set a goal, definitely you have to raise up your head. You have to you have to have something that motivates you. One of them is that dream that I told you, the dream board can be your motive. The secondly, of course, you might look for a mentor if possible. Yes, you can look for a mentor, or you can even buy into a company that that are truly active, so that you can maybe you can even flow with them. Yes.
Okay, then let's go a bit more further now, because goals, in my opinion, most of the time should be a part of our life purpose, at least a big percentage of our doings, actually. And now I would like to ask you, do you have any advice on how to find the life purpose?
Uh, Actually, a, a life a life purpose, according to me, and now I've been finding my life purpose. Uh, most of most of my good feeling coming when I'm in a position to serve another person. So when I'm in a position to help another person to become better, that is the most kind of life purpose that I've already witnessed. Yes. So the life purpose, in another way, maybe someone should really look at what keep them uh, out of bad feeling, what motivate them. Then now they can write it down. Okay, they can also look at it. How will it also favor the other people? Yes, what you are now doing, how will it help the other people? If it is helping the other people, definitely, I think that's what you can just lean on, and that's what you can just do more research on. Then yes.
Very good advice. And also, before, when you made a self introduction, you mentioned that you are a health consultant. And I would like to ask you more about this topic. How can one achieve his or her optimal health? What is necessary to really be healthy?
Okay, that's a good question indeed. Yeah, that is now my area. Initially, I used to have a different meaning of health. Until now, at this level, I came to realize that the most important part of health, it is economical. Yes, I thought it is just a physical health, like maybe waking up and you're strong, and or maybe you have waken up today and you feel like no sickness in you. I I was thinking that way, but I was so wrong. I came to know today that the optimum health definition of health is a complete well-being of one human being. Economically, that is the first thing. Yes, physically, spiritually, emotionally, yes, not just that merely absent of the disease. So you must meet all those factors that I've mentioned. You must be good economically. You must be stable enough physically, and of course, you must be strong enough emotionally, and of course, spiritually. Then now you are good to go. Now you are a healthy person.
And how to get to the best level of physical health?
The physical health. Physical health is also another person can define it in their own way, but according to me, uh, physical health is just having all your strength in you. You are able to do something that can bring you something that can bring you living. Yes, you are able to think upright. Yes, and of course you are able to strike. Like you are able to go fight for something physically.
Maybe any recommendations about the food and the amount of exercise we should do, I don't know, daily or weekly?
Okay, for a physical fitness, of course you need to eat well. Yes, when you eat well, definitely you'll think well. Definitely you'll be out of stress because you are able to eat. Yes, you know, like in the other part of the world, like especially this part where we are, it's not everyone that is accessing food. But if you have a chance of eating, even eating twice or even eating thrice a day, that could be enough for you. And then plus that physical exercise that you can just do some little uh, exercise, waking up in the morning, stretching, running around, or maybe even doing some few push-ups. Then from there you are able to be healthy mentally.
Yeah, now let's go to emotional this being. Um, Tell me why most people are not emotionally healthy and how to get emotionally healthy. The methods.
Yes, I'll also attach the emotional health to economic, as per my experience in Africa here, or maybe in East Africa. Let me be specific. Yes, you see, uh, so many people are so emotional in the way because maybe uh, a lot of things are not in order in their mental. You can find out someone is even uh, going to sleep hungry in a day and in the night. So definitely they must be so emotional. They must be like very hungry over nothing. They can't be able to control the emotionality. Yes, but when someone is suited well with food, if you are able, if you are sure that you will eat for the next 6 months, I think, or even if you are sure that you will eat for the next 1 year without you going to work. What I mean is there should be that availability of the food. Yes, of course, people have to go to work, but you are going to work, but not that if you miss it today, thing will not work well like it is here. So if you are just working because you are supposed to work, I think that is okay. You can be able to have that uh, uh, emotional health. If I'm clear, you can tell me that.
Okay, very well said. I actually don't have a question here, but I would still like to ask you because you mentioned the third part, which is spiritual, let's say, health aspect. Tell me more about this. You know, when is the person spiritually healthy or mature, or I don't know how I would say this. What's your perspective on this?
Okay. This is spiritually health definitely is associated to the faith. Yes, you must be faithful. You have to be believe. You have to believe on anything that you do. Yes, and of course you have to pray if you are a Christian or if you are a Muslim. You have to pray to your God. But most importantly, that faith. Yes, or that belief that you can do this. I think that's what I understand about the spiritual.
Very well said. I actually think that's maybe the thing that the Western countries or maybe the Europe I would say is missing a lot in one way in my
Really?
experience. And now I remember last time you told me that you also do meditation. Is that correct? That you
Yeah,
meditate, yes? Can you
yeah,
break down the
I
Mhm.
yeah, I do meditate. Though I'm still working hard on my meditation uh, activities. So far, I've not yet discovered how I'm doing my right meditation, but I'm meditating seriously. I just don't know. Maybe I think I still need to read more about the book, or maybe do more research on meditation. But what I know, I meditate a lot, and I might just I might just never know that this is the right point for the meditation.
I want to ask you if you've seen any difference before you started meditating and after. You know, if it changed anything, just this in general. Do you see any benefits from since the beginning, since you started meditating?
Yeah, yeah. So far, when I started meditating, okay, naturally, before I discovered myself in network marketing, I do think a lot. I just think a lot. I can even wake up in the middle of the night and I can just think of a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of imagination. But by then, I couldn't identify that I'm now meditating until the last 6 months is when I now hearing advice from people that you can practice your meditation, you can meditate like this. Is when now I start now focusing on my meditation. So so far when I meditate, I see. a lot of I'm able to see my roadmap. Yeah, through my meditation, I'm able to see how I'm going to do my things. Yes, how definitely there's a difference between current and the long way. So I am at least I'm working on hard to make sure that I get the right meditation.
Nice, very good. Okay, now let's go to the next topic, business and money. So I want to ask you, in which way does our concept about the money and our relationship with the money influence our financial life or personal life? You know, because a lot of us, I mean, a lot of people, let's say, okay, a lot of us might think that the people who have money are bad people, they are thieves, or we have this concept that to get a lot of money we have to work a lot physically, you know, like we have to really push ourselves to get a lot of money. So we have all kinds of these perceptions, and I want to ask you, how does these concepts, these perceptions about the money influence actually our financial and personal life?
Uh, that's a good that's a good question. Yes, of course, that's a big question. Yes, first of all, people have a different perspective about money. Up to today, up to today, yes. You see, when I joined network marketing, is when I start focusing too much on on money, on how the money works. But before I become a part of the network marketing, I'm pretty sure I was uh, like any other person. Yes, when I just thought that money are for specific people. Yes, I never knew that everyone can be able to access money. I just never knew that. Yes, till the day I become a part of network marketing. That's when I start looking at the books, different books. These have been recommended to different books. Then now, from there, I'm exposed to money. Yes, and I read a lot of them. I think I have so many of them in my library about money, and I reading them daily. So up to today, at least I've started coming down. I'm now cool about money. I know that it is my choice to access money or not. Up to today, I get it right that everyone is able to access money, but only when they are informed. But if they are not yet informed, definitely they'll just be in that way that money is for the specific people, money are devil, money is not good. Yes, yeah, if you have money, you are a devil worshipper, according to African now. Some people in Africa. And up to today is still there. So these people, according to me, they're just lacking the information. Money is for everyone, and you can do money.
And
Mm.
hello. Okay, and now I'd like to ask you if you can give an hello. From your experience or maybe your own opinion, how can someone change these negative beliefs about the money? Okay, you already said more knowledge, more information. Maybe you could mention what kind of information, because there's a lot of information, or any other, I don't know, method on how to change these beliefs.
Uh, I think on this part of Africa, actually the war is still on, and it's not going to be easy any sooner, unless otherwise. If if only if they can be able to introduce uh, about money in school. Yes, because people are not being trained on how money works in school. Yes, like me, I've done the whole of my school life. I've never been told how to get money. I've never been told uh, this is how the money works. I've never been told. Yes, so maybe one way should be it should be introduced in the school. Yes, because like someone like me now, I'm informed, so I'll only be doing it. I'll only be informing my circles, and that will be a very less number. Yes. So for that bigger information, I feel like it should be introduced to school.
That's definitely a very good advice section. I think, yeah, Definitely, they should start doing this class in the school. Really good one. What about, I want you to be more like, I don't know, what if I have in like my belief perhaps is I have to work hard to get the money. What would you tell me? How can I perhaps change this belief? What should I do so I don't know, maybe after 1 week or after 1 month, I think the opposite. Like I don't have this belief in my mind anymore. Because
Okay.
you said also
That,
like you didn't have all this knowledge about the money before, right? And now you change your perception with the money. So you also had to change these beliefs in your mind. Like, I know you are not worth of money, or you cannot afford it, or you're never going to have a lot of money. But now you are on the opposite side. How to change this? Yeah, switch.
okay. That's the good one. That's a good concern. Of course, uh, according to my little discovery, people have to work hard. Yes, but people should not be working hard for money. You only need the information about the money. But for the rest, you have to work hard. Yes, you have to work hard to achieve your goals, to achieve all your dreams. Yes, but you must not work hard to get the money, because uh, some advice I get here: when you work hard about the money now is when now the money become more hard. But you only need to get the information. If someone have to work hard, you need to work hard on the information of the money. Yes, how the money works. That is like you have to focus so much on the financial advisors or on the financial advice. Yes, that's when now when you already get information, uh, now even if you can be able to work hard, now you are working hard to to a purpose. You can work hard and you don't know the information about the money, so the money will just go away. So
Yeah.
that is my understanding.
That's very well said. And like you said, we should not work for the money. It's like the money should only be the consequence, the result of everything we do, not that we get so attached to it. That's very nice one, very good. And I would also like you to describe me a bit the book, The Secret of a Millionaire Mind, which you said that you read and it changed your perception. So maybe you could just say a few sentences how it changed your perception. What did you learn, like the main things you learned there, or anything that you might think that it might be interesting for the audience to hear about this book.
Mm. So, yeah, my son is disturbing me. Uh, the most important books here, actually, there's a lot of information about the money. Yeah, actually, that was just my first. In fact, I was just lucky to get this book. I even have it here. But most of there are a lot. In fact, even now I'm reading a lot. I think let me check the finance book that I have. This one. This one again. I think this one is okay. Let me share this one. Okay, sorry. I was to get some book. Of course, you know this one.
Of course, everyone knows this one. This is like the classic, the basic ones. If you're
Yes,
like, if you're
the good one.
into personal growth,
Yeah, that's the basic. It prepared you. Very correct. Very right. I like that. There is this one.
Rich Dad Poor Dad Sharma, right?
Yes,
Is it?
I think it's even, yeah, it is the cover, but it has,
I know it's Aki Osaki. Okay.
yeah, so that's the good one for finance. For finance, actually, this one will help anybody. Initially, uh, that was for investment. That one is already for people who know money. Okay, my girlfriend is also, but this one is for people who just need to expand about money. people who already have the clue about money. But for you, if you are from ground, like I was, you need to understand this one. You're getting me?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one I remember it a bit.
Yeah.
Hmm? What is this one about? This one I don't know.
This is the richest man in the Babylon.
And this is all actually about the money.
Yeah, these are all about the money. The richest man in the Babylon is just purely about money. I still yet to discover between these guys who are playing around, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and of course the the one and only Secret of Millionaire Mind. I still don't know who is older than this guy, who started before each other. Because yeah, when you finish with read that, he will tell you that go to this guy. But I think this guy is whole. This guy is whole. The whole book. So someone need to understand about this.
But you
Richest
should
man in the
have
Babylon.
the year. You should have the year written on the back. Or check it on Google later on.
Oh, good, good. So
I
this
know.
book, they're just good. But basically the read that can do, because according to the read that, it will tell you from layman, from the lower ground, how a very person who does know about money can be able to understand money. I think that's the best book of all this. Then the reading the rest will just be expanding your knowledge now.
Okay, so I think the advice here is if anyone wants to get new perception of money, get new information, which is 100% advisable, they can all start with the books that in most of the countries are actually, we can get it for free in the libraries, right? It's like you get it for free and people don't go and read it.
in the YouTube, in the internet, you can get it in the internet.
Yep, download it there. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me now, what kind of advice would you give to someone who wants to start a business? What have you learned since you started the business? What's important in the beginning that maybe you didn't know before, and later you found out, oh, when you start a business, it's very important. Maybe don't focus just on, let's say, some official things, but maybe also, I don't know, maybe mentality. You can also include this.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. Actually, uh, the, of the late currently, for anyone to start a business, definitely you need to understand about the business. Basically, you need to understand a little concept about the business that you want. If you want to start a salon, let's say a salon shop, one thing you need to know, you have to go and do little research about the salon. Yes, you must know. It's not just about capital, because most people used to think maybe capital and all this. You have to do that research. You have to, if possible, you can even practice with those people that you need to. Yeah, that's a good one. I was forgetting another book, by the way, sorry for that. This is a good one. Yes, for the start from the ground now. A very basic, any we call it elementary or something, beginning, pure beginning. This is how to become an entrepreneur. Yes, how to become an entrepreneur. Is it readable?
Yes.
That's a good one. That's the book I started with when I started my business. Is a very good one. Sorry that I didn't. So the information, most important, you need the information, and information you can get it either by joining the people you admire their business, or maybe if you have the business that you had, look for it around, collaborate with those people. You can even work for them for free if it is really meant to have that business. You can have you can help them, but in the process you are learning. You are learning how it works. Yes, as you put on. And secondly, maybe you can write it down as a business plan. You have to write a business plan. That's what I know. Those things alone will definitely help you write. Whichever the big one, you need to write it down. You need to write that business. Therefore, bigger boys now, you have been in the field for at least a year. You have been into practice for a year. Now is when now you can advance your reading there. But basically, you have to look for where your business is being offered. Like if you have to go for saloon, you have to go to that city where you are, look for a single saloonist, ask them. If you are able to ask them on how they did it, if you are not able to ask them, then look for another way of you starting your business. But I'm just trying to be very low, layer in the lower as much as possible. That you just have to start by all means, whether you have a capital or you don't have a capital, whether you have a knowledge or you don't have a knowledge. Yes, you need to identify your business. Write a little bit about them. If you can't be able to write them, look for people who are offering. Join them. Offer your free services. Tell them I'll work for you for free. Do with them at least for a period of 6 months. Then from there you'll have discovered, you'll have even known what you have never known, that this could be in your business. You'll have even known the right capital that, yeah, any process you will have known from there. So I don't know whether I'm getting you.
Well, I do believe one thing, like you said before, offer yourself and work for free. I believe that whenever we give something out, either it's just our time, our effort, or money, or whatever our services, it always comes back one way or the other. So it's actually never for free, because sometimes when we do something for free, it's when we get the most, let's say, advantage out of it. So that's a good one. And next question would be, from the time you started to get into business life until today, what have you realized about the habits? Which habits are necessary to develop during this process? Like, I don't know, maybe consistency, waking up early, whatever, and which habits did you maybe have to remove, or you think that it's necessary to remove them when going into business life?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yes. What I know, a business person, you just have to be motivated. It is that motivational that will help you forget about laziness, forget about excuses, and of course, that motivation will help you focus. Yes, the most important thing, you need to focus in your business. Yes, you need to focus. By focusing, yeah, oh, my battery is soon going off. So by focusing, that will help you automatically, that you will just have to be persistent. You just find yourself persisting. You just find yourself being consistent. Yeah, because you have motive behind you. So you must be motivated.
Then are you soon, you said your battery is going low?
Yeah, my battery, I don't know, but I think I'm able to charge it as I can be
Okay, then
continuing with.
then I'm going to ask you now to give the final advice in case it goes off before we finish, because I really want the final advice. Okay, and then we go back if you still have the battery. Okay,
Okay.
you know, the final advice, the advice for everyone.
Oh, okay. Yes, of course. My final advice, uh, as I told you sometime, myself, I have no much to be proud of. Like, I've already achieved this, but what I've experienced, I can as well advise people. Yeah, it has not been a little, it has not been a joke. It has been a walk anyway. I've walked it already, the road for entrepreneurship. I know what it takes. Yes. So the only advice I can give to some people is that if you really need to start a business, or if you need to achieve something in life, first of all, I think you need to be a good believer. You must to be faithful. Of course, if you're a Christian, you have to pray. Like me, I do pray. Yes, those are the some tools that you must not neglect. Yes, and of course, you must to stay motivated to your goals or toward your goals. Yes, and of course, your goal should not be for you alone. You must to have a heart of helping other people, so the world become better because of you. That's the advice I can give right now.
Okay, and okay, I'm still going to ask you one more question, which is because you're in a business, you have to work with a lot of people. In general, we all, when we live, even if we are not in business field, we always have to deal with different kinds of people, especially we are in business even more. And I would like to ask you, what have you learned during this time about the communication with other people? What is important when communicating with people? What we have to be focused on when we are actually meeting new people and maybe even doing business with them.
Okay, what I've discovered so far is that many people are still actually lacking the information. Oh, my picture I think is in final stage. Yeah, people are lacking. People are lacking the information for sure. Yes. Now teaching people is very hard. That's what I've discovered. Teaching people is very hard. So, as a businessman, you have to equip yourself very well on how to teach, so that the information can get to them in an easy way. Yes, you must not be uh, blurred. So you have to be very clear when you are teaching, because yeah, whoa,